Alrighty, guys, good evening. We're going to start here in just a couple of moments. Spread the word that we are live. We're going to kick this off here in just a minute. The story continues to develop. We're going to be breaking down what is going on in these markets. Share this with a friend and comment down below where you're tuning in from. Seen it all. I think this is just getting started. Welcome to the stream. Happy
This
Sunday.
is your brain when you're struggling.
We are starting
to
here
focus.
in just a couple of minutes. Continue to spread the word. Hit that like button so more people on YouTube know we are live. And we'll kick off here in about 90 seconds. If you're watching the replay, fast forward 90 seconds. If you're watching live, share it with a friend. Let's go. This is going to be fun. Orlando in the building. Toronto in the building. Most people are not prepared. Let's prepare them. Starting in 30 seconds. How are we doing? Feeling. I mean, I literally got the glasses on for this one. I have a little bit of a headache, but also, what is going on in the markets? First off, hope everybody's having a great Sunday, a blessed day, wherever you're at in the world. Glad that you're tuning in here with me. For those that don't know me, my name is Mike Sotero. I've been in the crypto market since early 2017, taught hundreds of thousands of people all around the world, made decent living doing it, and for myself and for a lot of my friends, and really teaching people, right? Never invested anybody's money. This is my official Instagram. I'll never ask you for money, so don't send anybody money, okay? That's impersonating me. And let's dive into the sauce, because on October 10th, it might have been the most crazy. It was the craziest move we ever have seen in the markets, and they're using this as the excuse. Okay, give me some ones in the chat if you can hear me, see me, and you can see the screen. Give me some ones in the chat. And they're using this as the excuse, right? And they're using this Trump-China tariff narrative once again. And it's really to control and to move the needle. I think it's a lot bigger than this, but for today's video and for today's stream and for today's session, I'm just going to kind of share what's been happening over the past 72 hours and what I think is about to happen and really how you can prepare yourself, okay? Thank you guys for dropping ones. So anyways, basically Trump tweeted out, it has just learned that China has taken an aggressive position in the trade. We scroll to the bottom. Based on the fact that China has taken this unprecedented position and speaking only for the USA and not other nations, starting November 1st, 100% tariff on China. Now, if you were here in April, this tariff war gave us some of the lows, right? The tariff war, how many of you guys were in crypto in the month of April? Okay, all of this, a lot of that downside movement on Ethereum and Bitcoin in the markets, that was because people were concerned about a trade war. You remember when Trump put that huge executive order? We're going to tariff everybody. Tariff is a tax, if you don't know what that means, and that's okay. That's probably the only thing I learned in school. And, China, right, one of the biggest suppliers in the world, not somebody we get everything from, not somebody we want to go to war with. Well, guess what? That fear came back into the market, and, it was used as a liquidation event. On Friday, we saw $19 billion liquidated. But it wasn't Bitcoin, really. It wasn't Ethereum. It was all of these altcoins. And I did a live stream the other day. I encourage you to go check it out. I did it on Friday, actually, in real time. But the price feeds for Binance just went lower. For example, something like Atom. On Binance's price feed, it went to zero. Zero. But on other exchanges, it did not. And if you ask me, I'm blaming, I'm definitely leading the Binance blame game because some things just don't add up. Some things just really don't add up, everybody. Atom was one of them. I mean, Sui, oh snap. Sui went to 56 cents on Binance, but on other exchanges, it went to $2. Okay, I put a 2 in the chat if you see the issue here. On Friday, we witnessed, I don't want to say that it was an attack on crypto, but we witnessed I would even say, I would even call it, I know it's not probably the best term, but we witnessed literally a magic trick to make everybody's leverage long disappear. Anybody who had been holding leverage longs, okay, leverage longs means like buys. So, on Coinbase's price feed, you're not trading really on this price feed. You're just buying the asset. But if you were trading SUI on Binance, oh my, everything gone. If you had any long positions from August of last year, those positions came back. Now, this is very important, what I'm about to say. This is why, and I'm going to do a whole video on this at some point this week. This is why when you trade, you have to have an exit and a stop loss. There was no need for any, my students, if we were in buys down here, trust me, they had exits along the way. None of them were holding a long position at 50, 60 cents. But that's what a lot of these crypto geniuses would teach you. Hey, long it, 100x, see you at $1 billion, right? That's not going to happen, okay? You need to take profits and then get back in when you're trading. Now, this is something that if you're one of my students, we never will do this, but this is a big thing that people do in crypto is they loop their portfolio. And what looping your portfolio means is you take your portfolio. Let's say you have $100,000 in your portfolio. You take out a loan against the entire thing, which gives you now a liquidation price on that portfolio money. And then you take that loan, the money that you just got from the loan, and you loop it again, and you loop it again, and you loop it again, and you loop it again. So then eventually you have all this money looped, all have liquidation prices, and poof, your money's gone. This is what happened all over Twitter the past 48 hours. Does that make sense to everybody? I would never condone that behavior. But guess what? The wild, wild west, people think it's okay. And then you have this that happened. And the reality is, ladies and gentlemen, the reality is if your portfolio was built up of majority Bitcoin, ETH, Sol, XRP, BNB, the scam coin, your portfolio really didn't get affected. Now, XRP is at 257, and this is just such BS, if you get what I'm saying here. On Binance, it went to 125. On Binance's price feed, it went to 125. Came back and closed all of the longs from the election last year. But on Coinbase, it went to 176. And if you're one of my students, we had been talking about this being a potential level anyways at 185. And people have asked me, where would you get back in? That was the candle. Okay? If you take a fib from this low to this high. And if you don't know what that is, that's okay. Talk to me. Talk to me. 88.6 barbecue chicken. All right. So this happens on Friday. Today, I don't even know how to say their Twitter. The Kobayashi letter announces 10 hours ago. I was at the football game. I was at the Chargers-Dolphins game. They tweet, investors are waking up to some major news from China. The entire tariff crash on October 10th might have been a misunderstanding. A misunderstanding just made $19 billion disappear. The news about China's rare earth export controls came out on October 9th at 8:30 a.m., 26 hours before Trump posted about it. This was a non-news event until President Trump posted about it one day later. Last night, China released a statement clarifying their export controls on rare earths. In their response, China said the new controls are not a full export ban, and application that meet regulations will be approved. Amid the market's downturn on Friday, our view was that the 100% tariff announcement by Trump was a bargaining chip. After China's statement last night, we believe the odds of Trump's 100% tariff going into effect are extremely low. We expect another trade deal soon. Moments later, Trump tweets, don't worry about China. It'll all be fine. Highly respected President Xi, or I don't know, Xi, just had a bad moment. He doesn't want a depression for his country, and neither do I. The USA wants to help China, not hurt it. So a couple things here. Number one, I know the certain sides of politics are, oh my God, it's Trump. He's making all this volatility. Like, did you expect anything else? Were you not? Maybe you weren't, but if you were here in 2017 when he was president last time, Bitcoin was at 1,000. It went to 20. Then it went to 115 right now, 120 right now. Did you expect anything else? In the chat, come on. Be honest. But it gets better. Let's continue. These people put out a message earlier. The 19.5 billion crypto liquidation and 2.5 trillion equity market crash on Friday have highlighted a crucial point. Markets in 2025 have evolved to their most reactionary form in history, which is very true. This is ridiculous. A tweet should not send everything down $19 billion. That's why this was orchestrated. And if it wasn't orchestrated, on the way down, there were big people that got liquidated. Like exchanges that have no crypto right now that are paying you, okay, with other people's money, and that's going to come out. Watch. It's going to come out. These institutions that have been accumulating, some of them definitely got liquidated. Why? Because some of them have been taking positions in altcoins with customer funds. Watch, you're going to see it. Okay? This is ridiculous, but it's true. Headlines and posts are now able to move trillions of dollars of market cap in a matter of minutes. That's not good. But you know what's about to happen? Because so much money was lost on Friday, regulation and the regulators are about to step up, but not yet. There is a bipartisan, which means Democrat and Republican bill called the Clarity Act right now that needs to get approved in Congress. And no offense, I don't care what side of the train you're on, but the Democratic side was trying to do some snake stuff on Friday and trying to take some things out. And they're still kind of trying to kill crypto. If you're new to crypto, there's been an attack on this space for a long time. There's been a deliberate attack to send our bags to zero. Now, it's too late, and all of those attacks just make us go even higher in price. But yes, it's going to be a big week. Okay? Take a look at this. Okay? This was what happened. We were at 4.1 trillion in total market cap on Friday. Trump announced the tariff. $800 billion in crypto was gone in 1 hour. And this is why you do not panic sell. This is why you do not over abuse leverage. Okay. Now the stock market is closed, right? It's going to open up in the morning. Futures market opened a couple hours ago, actually very positive. But since Friday, $500 billion has come back into crypto. And if you listened to my tweet, my post on Facebook, my post on Threads of just buying the dip, right? How many of y'all bought the dip? Let me know in the chat what you bought. Okay? Let me know in the chat what you bought. Because certain assets recently just fell. And if you have been following me in any way, shape, or form, if you're one of my students, we have been we've been on this chart for years, for the past 4 or 5 years. We recently, in like 2023, have been waiting for price to come back and revisit these levels, which finally have. And the news on Friday, this is good news for us, spiked the Bitcoin dominance to the other side of this line. And even if we come back up here, this, in my opinion, we should be very close to the top of the Bitcoin dominance. Everybody was so excited about October. October. Why? Because historically, October performs very well for Bitcoin and very well. We can even just go down here. Very well for Bitcoin. And it's still green. Is everybody seeing this? Look, Bitcoin is still positive after all of this chaos. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button if you're on here. It's still green. Guess what? Somehow Ethereum is still green. And there's still a lot of time left in this month, okay? And this chart right here, as it makes its reversal, and hopefully it does, right? Nothing's promised, nothing's guaranteed. I'm not your financial advisor. I'm just, talking about the charts to a couple people on YouTube today. And I need to go to sleep soon, but this is where I'm looking at as this chart drops, okay? So I'll answer a couple of questions. Hopefully this kind of broke down what happened this weekend and how I guess it's just all a misunderstanding, but there's so many lessons here. I mean, there's a whole course we could do on this whole thing, like not panic selling, not being so fearful, not being scared, and going on offense when other people are scared. I can't tell you how many people said, I'm done with crypto. I'm done buying crypto. I'm done trading crypto. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Ethereum. This was the sell-off. Let's go to the 1 hour here. This was the major sell-off right here. Spiked up, drop. There's this theory about 50% of the wick. Well, that came into it. Ethereum does not have to come back. And if this market really wants to rumble, get ready for all-time highs next week. I would not be surprised if Ethereum is trading above $5,000 by the weekend, by next weekend. Why? Because what is the emotion right now in crypto? Give me to the chat. It's depression, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to talk too deeply about it, but there were people on Twitter that made very bad decisions and did really, really crazy things with other people's money, and they took actions that I just don't agree with, and it's been an insane, gotta kind of monitor it from afar space right now. But we experienced depression in crypto in a day. Now, if your whole portfolio is Bitcoin, you can care less, right? If your whole portfolio is the bigger projects or you had good entries, you don't care. But majority of the crypto people, and maybe you're watching right now and you just found my channel. I'm not one of those guys that teaches people, hey, go loop all your portfolio or go take out loans against your money, or go into these crazy APY. Like I play conservative, and some people would call me boring, and that's not really what crypto's for. Well, I've done all right. I've done okay. My students are not tripping. I don't think I had one student get liquidated on Friday. Usually I would get some messages. I didn't have one DM saying I got liquidated, I lost it all. Thank God. Thank God. Will you make a video on ICP? Probably, yeah. Um, yeah, I'll give you guys ICP. So ICP, okay, look, on Binance's price feed, it went to $1. I don't think it did, but okay. I guess on here it went to $2. So I guess that's a little better. But yeah, this I took a position here. I took a very aggressive position here at about $3. About $3 more or less. Now, this definitely can come back down, but on Coinbase, and this is tough because it's like, what price feed do we trust? You know, but we swept everything here. So I mean, I think this is a, I think that, I mean, I don't know. If you were going to buy it at 6 and now you got it at 3, I'll take it. So we swept these lows, however you want to draw it. I took an aggressive position here at $3. And yeah, there's my exit zone. So that's a free one, free gem for you tonight. Not telling you to buy this. My $50 file coin. That's okay. So frustrating to see the prices on other exchanges. Well, also Coinbase, that price feed that we're looking at here, there's no leverage attached to that price feed. Um, but if you go ICP on any leverage platform like Bybit, right? Bybit, we went to 180. But on Binance, we went, I mean, literally everything is different. We went to $1. I mean, just straight up confusion, to be honest. On MEXC, it went to $1.50. I mean, it's just straight confusion. But you know what it shows me? Is that that's going to keep traders away. And that kind of gets me fired up. Because if people are screaming, hey, don't do it, it's really risky. Hey, don't get into crypto because it's like really volatile. Right? Give me some sevens in the chat if you've heard that crypto was volatile before Friday. I mean, I still don't even think people know what just happened. Wait till they really see the volatility to the upside. Wait till they really see a Bitcoin start roaring to 150, 160,000, right? Now, here's the only thing. Now, this is Binance's normal price feed. It came to 103. So it's tough because what do we trust right now? On here, it came to 106. But there is this candle here. Now, the structure still remains bullish, but this candle here is going to be really important. Okay? Really important. If price starts to do this, then don't be shocked if the market wants to give us another aggressive sell to really make people think this is it and then rebalance itself and then go crazy. So just kind of keep that in mind here. Someone told me to buy ICP at 12. Yeah, I don't know who the hell told you that. It wasn't me. I know that. I know I didn't tell you to buy it at 12. Um, yeah, and remember, exchanges going down is a bullish thing. Robinhood went down recently. Market reacted bullish after. Stocks reacted bullish after. Coinbase used to go down like all the time back in the day. Then it would roar to the upside. So that's okay. Um, there's a CME gap at 91. Yeah, it's very possible. So we're gonna see, but hopefully you guys got some value here tonight. Let me know in the chat if you took away anything. This is basically the turn of events that we've gone through. I'll be posting some more videos on my channel here over the next couple of days. And just a reminder, there still is, and I'm going to put the link in the chat here. There still is a government shutdown right now. And if you aspire, I'm going to give you guys the link in the chat here. Go watch this video, okay, where I explain the government shutdown, what you need to know. I'm going to put the link in the chat for y'all, literally right here. Okay, go watch this video. I explain what the government shutdown means. and some previous government shutdowns, how price could react. And remember this, the longer the government is shut down, on top of cutting rates, they're going to cut rates 2 more times this year. I mean, we are in a ultra bullish environment, but they can't make it easy. And obviously, days like Friday, they're trying to do everything in their power. Whoever they are is up, whatever guess you want to have. They're going to do everything in their power to get you out of the market. Okay. They got to get you out. They don't want you to get rich. They don't want you to become successful. They don't want you to have crypto. You think they want the average 18-year-old kid to have a Bitcoin? Come on. They don't. They're scared of us. They're scared of people that can think for themselves. And hopefully this video remains on YouTube. So hit that like button, turn the notifications on, and if you need anything, if you have any questions, if you want to learn directly from me, you can message me on Instagram at DeFi Mike Sotero. You guys have a great rest of your night, and I'll see you guys on future videos. God bless you.